So you may notice for this week's Toy Tuesday there is a slight change of venue. I am at home because we managed to contract the COVIDs, which has not been very much fun. Luckily, I have the Comic-Con variant, so I am not very poorly. All joking aside, I have felt like so here goes Toy Tuesday from home, which is something I haven't done really before, apart from unless you watch the one that I started with the Batmobile where I did a little bit at home and then binned it. Let's Toy Tuesday. Okay YouTubers, Corgi released another reissue of a classic toy from an Ian Fleming novel. This time it's not a Bond car though, but you may have guessed that from the thumbnail anyway. And that toy is this. And this as well, but they released this one first. It's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I hate saying that. As it's Christmas time, mistletoe and wine, it's almost inevitable that this movie is going to be on TV. And full disclosure, I am not a fan of the film, that is. But the toy on the other hand, and I'm referring to the original toy, is an absolute masterpiece. And it's another incredible example of Corgi's modelling combined with miniature engineering. So what I thought I would do is see how this one stacks up to the new one. I think I know which one's going to win, and I know which one's my favourite, but I think it's worth taking a look at both of them. Now, according to the Great Book of Corgi, even though the original run only lasted 4 years from 1968 to 1972, it was still one of the most requested toys after its deletion, with loyal fans of the film asking for it to be added back into the Corgi catalogue range year after year. But with the Great Fire of Corgi in 1969, some of the castings and pieces were lost, and retooling them was not considered an option after the film had finished its run at the movies, meaning that this great piece of toy making had had its day. Or so you may think. The thing about toy releases like this from manufacturers like Corgi is the fact that they weren't expecting to be manufacturing these things for years and years and years. Because Corgi as a toy manufacturer hadn't anticipated 20 years earlier the invention of the Laserdisc, the VHS player, Betamax, all these kind of new formats in home cinema. The video wasn't released on VHS until 1988, which is 20 years after its original release. And this is something that Corgi could never have anticipated, the demand for the toy again. That is the noisiest magpie in the world. If I'm at the shop, it's seagulls. If I'm at home, it's magpies. Can't get away from the birds. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? But it wouldn't be until the 25th anniversary that Corgi would revisit making this toy. And the new version would come on a wooden base. And sometimes it can almost fetch as much as the original, which is surprising. Looking at these two toys side by side, they are very different but very similar. And I wonder why Corgi didn't do what they did with the James Bond car that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago and make this in the original packaging. There are a lot of subtle differences between the two models, and I think what I need to do is actually take them out of the boxes and show them to you. I know I said before I'm not a fan of the film, but this is a great toy. It really is. It's complex, and I can see it's complex, and it's got lots of individual parts. I think the James Bond had around 24 or 25. This is pushing 30 individual pieces, and it's not only die cast, it's tin plate and lithograph printing. So Corgi, like I said before, have demonstrated what masters they were of toy making in the mid to late 60s. And I would say at a glance the remanufactured version now isn't actually as refined as the original, which surprises me with modern technology and modern techniques. Another thing I forgot to mention about the popularity of this toy is that a lot of demand for this toy was caused by the musical when it was first released, and when it had finished its run at the theatres, Corgi actually dropped the model again and didn't release it until now. And I have to admit, I'm really glad they're on this nostalgia trip at the minute, because I think what they're doing is revisiting some of their best toys and of course introducing them to future generations to play with. I don't know what it did then, it just went all weird. Is it still recording? Come on, come on. Now this is something I've not done for a long time, and that's interrupt a video to welcome all the new subscribers to the channel, but we are almost at 900 now, and I just wanted to say a quick thank you. It is amazing. Thank you for your comments. If you are new to the channel and you want to share your stories of your favourite toys that you had as a kid, please put them in the comment section below, because I'd love to read about them and chat about them with you. But for now, let's get back to this video. There's a little piece of, there's a white sticker on here which has some information on it, so I'm going to read that to you first of all. Okay, Corgi number 266, Corgi Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I hate saying that. Issued in 1968, withdrawn in 1972, which I've said earlier. I always get caught up on the numbers. Right, 776,000 of these were sold in the first year of production. In 1969, the figures, yeah, I thought so. The figures were lost in a factory fire at Corgi in one of their warehouses. The retail price for this in 1968 was 22 and 6, which means absolutely nothing to me. The retail price for this toy was 22 and 6, which at the time was about £1.12 and a half pence. which is very good value because today, I mean, they can fetch between, you can get a good one for about 150, 160 quid at auction, and they go up to 250 for absolutely mint ones. I have to keep drinking, otherwise I'll lose my voice. This is my 7th vodka and coke today. It's not, I'm kidding, there's no alcohol in that. Something to point out, and I hadn't noticed until my dad told me about the Captain Scarlet video, is that all the lettering on these are backwards because the camera is reversed. I don't really know how to solve that problem. Anyway, so box artwork, even though it is reversed on the original, and underneath there's some instructions as well, is what I would describe as fantastic. So what they've done with this is they have tried to make the box like a scene from the movie. I'm going to slide it out, which is always dangerous with old toys, mainly because I am super clumsy, and this is a fragile box. I can't get it out of the box. That is the vac formed bit, then there's a cardboard in it. I'm just going to gently, that's a horrible noise. The plastics from this era over time go brittle, snap, crack, pop. That's a cereal, isn't it? Yeah, plastics from this era do deteriorate over time. Normally I would not do anything like this. Right, that is the inner card, and this is the toy, and it's kind of held in with a couple of rubber bands. So I'm going to endeavour to remove it without breaking it. I'm looking, I've gone quiet and I'm looking at it because I'm seeing things that I've never noticed on this model before up close. Not the most clearest instructions on how to add these two bits. What? Yep, okay, so that's the back one on. That was horrible to do, and I've probably not done it quite right, but I don't want to break it. One thing about this toy, whenever you see one, the little girl is nearly always missing, and that's because the hole that they put in the base was way too big for the peg they put in her feet, so she inevitably always falls out and always gets lost, and I don't think pulling her out then has done her any favours at all. So I said before, this is a brilliant piece of miniature engineering, and it is. You've got a die-cast body, you've got a lithograph printed tin front, you've got all this incredible detail, you've got leaf springs and wheels. It must have been really, really hard to make. Then you've got the figures and the dashboard, the last little Corgi trick, and hopefully this is going to work. I don't want to force it. There we go. It's always nerve-wracking when you don't do these things for a long time. Right, okay, so let's try that again now. I know I had my great big clunking hand in the way, so I'm going to do it like this now to show you the reveal. And there you have what I'm going to describe as quite a spectacular toy. Again, I may not have mentioned it, but I do hate the film. But that is a great toy. That is a really great toy. So that's the 60s original. Let's see how it stacks up to the modern one. Now, I think they've missed a trick here, because even though they put clouds in the background, they could have put that Zeppelin thing and the castle in there as well. This one, unlike that one, has these horrible plastic Corgi tie things in, which I know they do this for an eco thing, but I can just imagine animals getting tangled up in those. I'm not a fan of those at all. So this one comes pre-assembled. They're very, very similar construction underneath. The new one is obviously a lot crisper and a lot shinier. These bits are attached to the model permanently. Let's try the mechanism. I was a little bit dubious about that one, with it being so old and me being so clumsy, whether I break it or not. Let's see. Look at that. Other things to note with this toy is this one has much finer detailing on it, which is the 60s version. If you're going to buy one of these, the 60s version is going to set you back between 150 and 250 quid, but it's a very good model. We've got jeweled headlights, great detailing on the figures, it's got nice box artwork, but this one for under 30 quid, and it's considerably lighter as well than this one. This is very heavy, which I think is an absolute bargain, and not just because I'm selling them. Again, like I say, it's a very complex piece of toy making. You've got 4 individual figures, you've got nice detailing on the dashboard, which you haven't got on the original. They've done a little bit extra work there. It is a very, very accomplished piece of toy making, this. And it's way better than the film. Again, the car is the star. Also, I think the toy is better, and the memories that it brings are better than seeing a stupid film that you see once a year every Christmas that you have to watch because it's a tradition. I would just stick to buying toys to give yourselves happy memories of those times. But then that's me. I'm a toy collector. Next week's Toy Tuesday, the Back to the Future DeLorean by Scalextric. That's when I'm allowed out to be able to go to the shop and get some tracks so I can run it. Awesome.